Are you a parent? Do you know a parent? How are you controlling what your what your kids are doing on their phones? Do you control any of that? Do you have any type of protocol that you hit them with and say, hey, phones are down at a certain time? Do they abide by those rules? Like what's going on? How do you control all of that? The best parental control apps for iPhone and Android, all right? So this is a way to not even argue with your kids. Just put it on their phone, and when they say, Mom, Dad, the app ain't working, my phone not working. Oh yeah, you didn't do what I told you to do. All right. So this is what we're gonna do. All right. We're gonna go ahead and put this out there for them to see. And parents, hopefully this will help you. All right. They said one of the new big things of parenting in the 21st century is keeping an eye on your child in both physical space and in cyberspace. Children are now more online than any other generation before, and while that offers a lot of benefits, there are dangers and problems with that too. And they're also saying controlling what your child does on the internet isn't always easy, and there's a variety of tools you can make the task less difficult. So parental control apps are the best way to make sure your child is safe while they spend time online, and most also come with ways to track and limit the amount of time your child spends on screens online, right there in the fine print. There are a lot of parental control apps available on Android and on iPhone. So there's no judging here, all right? There's no judging over here. So our first one is Qustodio, parental control app. That's what they're saying, Qustodio. I hope I'm saying that right. It's one of the best all-in-one parental control apps out there. They're saying with comprehensive controls that can be swapped and altered to fit a child of any age. The list of features is long and diverse, with support for blocking adult content and specific websites. And it will also let you know if your child attempts to access anything that's on the ban list. Games and apps are also able to be blocked. And if you just want to set time limits, you can do that on a per app basis or for overall screen time. It sends 30-day reports on your child's activities and can even track text messages and calls. And they say the GPS tracking. Now, this is what's kind of cool about this app over here. They're saying that the GPS tracking is a must, especially for younger kids. And Qustodio has that too. It'll track the kids as they move around, and they can share your location if you need to meet up somewhere, and you can share access with another adult, so you're not having it to handle it all alone. So basically 2 parents or a grandmother or uncle, family member, auntie. They said their price is on the higher side now, and they're saying $55 for a yearly subscription gets you the basic package, but if you want all the bells and whistles, it'll cost you $100 a year. Basically, it's doing the GPS tracking. It'll control what apps that they're using, and if they access the app without your permission, it'll let you know what's going on as well. So I think that that's something pretty cool. Okay. Let's see. Our next app that we got is the Microsoft Family Safety. Microsoft Family Safety, it says if you have an Xbox in the house, Microsoft Family Safety app combines cell phone safety with console and laptop safety into one neat little bundle. So if they're into gaming, this might be for you as well. So they're saying Microsoft's Family app stretches across Windows, Android, and Xbox, giving you almost complete coverage in one little neat app, okay? They're saying that they have a suite of features, including phone tracking, screen time monitoring, and even driving reports. They say you can view which apps or programs have been used and for how long, place restrictions or time limits on individual apps, and set content filters on the Edge browser. I know a lot of people don't use Edge. We're primarily Chrome if you're on Android, but a few do use Edge. They're saying that large parts of the app are free to use, but you'll need a subscription to access the premium features. and that's about $100 a year. But keep in mind, it's part of the bundle of the entire Microsoft 365 family subscription. So if you get the family subscription, I think that this comes with it, okay? We're gonna skip over a couple of them, but I know they got one called Apple Screen Time, and I know a lot of you guys who have iPhones, you might appreciate this one here. Apple Screen Time, they're saying, is there any better tool than the one that already is installed on your iOS? It's absolutely free. Apple Screen Time app has some pretty good parental control features built in, meaning that this should be your first stop if you're looking for some basic controls. You can go into settings, go into screen time, and choose this is my child's device from the device you want to set controls on. You can set restrictions on downloads from the App Store, content, and in-app behaviors. So basically they're saying you can control what they purchase. Time spent using the device can be restricted as well, including controls for specific apps. And you can even stop your child's device from being able to request specific permissions like photos and location. But on the bad side, they said you won't get some of the more powerful features like the geofencing. Apple's free option is a solid choice. Since it's made by Apple, you'll find it only on iOS, all right? So that's Apple Screen Time. You gotta do Google Family Link because that's on Android, I think. Android and iOS, if I'm correct. So Google Family Link, let's see what they say. Just as Apple offers its own tools for parental controls, so does Google. Unlike Screen Time, you'll need to download Google Family Link. It's available for both Android and iOS. Family Link is no longer as basic as it used to be and now includes options for tracking children's locations and device battery, and also includes geofencing. Now, that's something that Apple's version did not do. So you can get notifications when the child enters and leaves a certain place. So if you know that your geofencing is at the school and they leave school, you know that they've left. And they're saying Family Link is still strongly geared towards making sure kids can only access appropriate content and keeping an eye on how much screen time they're getting. And once set up, you can see how much each child has spent on a particular app. You can see how much time each has spent in apps and which ones they've been accessing. And you can set limits for individual apps and restrict whether in-app purchases are available or not. You can decide whether to vet every app your child wants to get before they download it. Plus, keep an eye on what they're watching on YouTube and YouTube Kids. And they're saying for a free app, the Google Family Link is excellent. All right, so for free, $99, you can't really beat that, okay? So we're gonna check out Kidslox, all right? So they're saying Kidslox is an Android and iOS compatible parental control app that lets parents block inappropriate content, apps, and websites on up to 10 devices. This app enables you to control how much time your child spends on their phone each day. And they say you can prevent them from scrolling through social media when they should be doing their homework. They also have different modes that allow you to change from unrestricted parent mode to a customized child mode or a highly restrictive lockdown mode. It also tracks your child's location through their device, so you always know where they are. And when you first sign up for Kidslox, they give you a short free trial. And then once the trial ends, it costs $6 a month, depending on your devices. And you can do a lifetime deal of $100, or you can choose the money-saving $100 lifetime payment. Overall, the app is easy to use and set up. Just note you have to download it on each app you want to control, okay? So it's available on Android and iOS. All right, right there in the fine print. I want you to see what they have going on. Do you think a parental control app is needed? Yes. We need to regulate what these kids are doing. 2, no, there's no need for it. 3, I'm going to tell my friends with kids about their options. Or 4, these apps don't fit my needs or cost too much. Which one do you think? It's the Lab Tech Show. We're talking tech. Join us Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern at thelabtechshow.live. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go.